Hello and welcome to ESM. In this tutorial video we are going to learn how to add some groundwater monitoring data to our map. On the screen now you can see some log points that I just added. Let's assign some data to them. To do that we can go to the CSV file in our project folder. Here we see the list of all the log points we just saw on the screen, but we need to set in some essential data regarding our groundwater monitoring. First of all, let's make a column right after the depth values. Here we will enter the date of the monitoring round. For this example, we will enter a random date for all the logs. In the depth column we will assume that all the monitoring wells have a depth of 10 meters below ground level and that they have screens of 2 meters in the bottom. We will enter that the measurement was done at the middle of the groundwater well screen, so we enter 9 meters in all the wells. Regarding the contaminants, let's enter TC and PC. So, we change the value column and just beside write PC. I have prepared some random numbers just for this example, so I will just paste them in. We can also enter more compounds or ions we are interested in, but for this example we will enter just these two. For ESM to understand the data we need to enter a zero line. This can be done manually with Excel, but it is a lot less labor-intensive to do it on ESM. Let's save and close the Excel sheet and go to ESM. Here we can click on Tools, and after that, there is an option named Excel Tools. We choose our Excel file and right below we enter the sheet name of the Excel file. We can open the Excel file to check if the program works correctly. In the Operations section, we navigate to the drop-down menu and choose Insert CSV Log's zero-line option. Right below we choose the first option, meaning that the z-coordinate is our terrain elevation. This makes a zero line for each of our log points and subtracts the depth we entered for the z-coordinate in the CSV file. Let's click Execute and see what happens. So here we see that there is a line of data with 0 values. If we look at the z-column, we see that for this particular data point the depth value was subtracted from the elevation above. Just by a quick scan, we can check if everything is correct. And we can save and close the Excel file and the tool we just used. The next step would be to refresh the file we just made changes to. Right-click on the GWM file and choose Refresh Data Object. Now we can double-click on one of the log points on the map and visualize the data. For now, we can only see a blank window, so we need to tell ESM what data to show. By right-clicking on the window, we choose Chart Setup. Here we see a list of data that is available for us to visualize. Since we have only one data file, we can only see the data we just entered previously. Let's select TC and double-click on the file. In this pop-up window we can see several tabs where we can make adjustments on how we want to visualize our data. In this tab we can make some adjustments on the horizontal axis. By untapping the automatic box we can manually enter the values, or we can get the min-max values with the help of ESM. Right below we can enter a title for our graph. Make a fixed length and leave a margin. Let's just quickly make a bar graph. We go to a Style tab and choose Bar. Just for convenience we can also go to Labels tab and tick the box to activate them. We can click OK and OK again. Now we can see the data on a graph. Let's look at some of the options available for adjusting the visualization of the graph. On the right-hand side, we can set a fixed vertical axis to 13 meters. On the left here let us also activate the PC data, so we can compare the values. We double-click on PC. And do the same as for TC. We choose to show data as a bar graph, and we activate the labels. In the Material tab we can choose a color that will visualize our graph. We select the Custom Color option and select a color from the pop-up window. Right below we can also choose the brightness of the graph. In the next tab we have some options on how we want to visualize the data. We can make the data to show up as a point on a graph, line graph, area, bar, layer or text. These options are also meant for other types of data. In our case we choose the bar graph. In the Geometry section we can choose the size of our bar. In this case it's the width. We can increase the value and press OK and OK. Now if we press the arrow key on the keyboard we can scroll through the map and see the data at different points. On the main map window, we can see a cross jumping from point to point, indicating where we are on the map. This makes it easy to quickly skim through the most important data that we might want to see or compare. This would be it for this video. Thank you for watching. And as always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us.